Here's our second video on multiplying polynomials. On this one I'm going to show you two different methods you can use. If you notice, we have a binomial being multiplied by a trinomial. Once you get past the binomial times binomial, where you might FOIL it, I want to give you guys some options on how to do this one. The first one works a lot like FOILing and distributing. So what you'll do is you'll start with the first term, the x, and it has to get multiplied by every term in the second polynomial. So your x times your x squared gives you x cubed, and your x times your 6x gives you plus 6x squared, and then x times the negative 7 is negative 7x. Then you move on to your second term, this negative 2, and it's going to get multiplied by every term on the second polynomial. So negative 2 times x squared is a negative 2x squared. Negative 2 times 6x is a negative 12x. Where's my eraser? Negative 2 times 6x is a negative 12x. And then negative 2 times a negative 7 is a positive 14. And so now for our final answer, we're just going to look for any like terms to combine. Remember, final answers for polynomials have to be in standard form, so you want to find your highest exponent and then write in descending order. So that x cubed will go first. And then we have a 6x squared minus a 2x squared, so that will give us 4x squared. Then we've got a negative 7x minus a 12x, which is negative 19x. And then the last thing we have is that plus 14 on the end. So plus 14. So first method I'm showing you works a lot like distributing. This is actually how FOILing works, but we just have a trinomial here for our second term. The second method I want to show you guys is something called the box method. And what the box method does is it just helps us to organize our work and helps us get a right answer. To be honest, I see more students make mistakes with this method if they kind of get lost in the problem and their organization isn't that great. For the box method, what you want to do is pay attention to the size of the polynomials you're multiplying. This is a binomial, it has two terms, and this is a trinomial with three terms. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up a box, let me move this up, that has those dimensions. I'm going to set something up that it's a 2 by 3 box. And what we do is we write the terms right above and on the side of the box. The first one is the x minus 2. So I'm going to have an x and then a negative 2, just right above those boxes. The next one has three terms. We have the x squared. So the x squared goes over here next to the first box. Moving down is your 6x, and then that's a negative 7, so I'm going to put a negative 7 there. Alright, so from here, what we're going to do is we're just going to multiply the two sides together and put our answer inside the box. So inside here we'll do the x times the x squared. Well, x times x squared is x cubed. Now over here, for this box, I have to do a negative 2 times x squared. Negative 2 times x squared is a negative 2x squared. For this, going down to the next row, I have a 6x times x, so it's a 6x squared. Moving to the right, 6x times negative 2 is a negative 12x. Moving down to the last row, I have a negative 7 times x, so negative 7x. And then the next box, negative 7 times negative 2 is 14. So these are basically all of the terms of my answer. And if you notice, these actually are all the same terms that we had up here. They're just organized differently. Instead of kind of written out horizontally, they're in a box. That's why we call it the box method. So when you go to write your final answer, what I look for are like terms. We've got the x cubed right here, and I don't see any other x cubed, so I know x cubed is part of my answer. What's kind of nice about the box method is sometimes your like terms line up diagonally like this. So I have a 6x squared minus a 2x squared, which will be minus 4x squared. Here's my negative 12x minus 7x, so that's a negative 19x, and then I've just got that 14 on the end, so plus 14. So again, I feel confident that I won't miss any of the multiplication that has to happen. You know, we'll get every single box filled out. What I see happen with the first method I showed you is students miss one of the multiplying oftentimes. Maybe they'll forget the negative 2 times the 6x. Well, in the box method, the negative 2 times the 6x, there's a whole box we have to fill in, so we won't miss it. So whatever method you like, it doesn't matter to me, as long as you're getting that final answer. Oh, did you guys catch my mistake? I see it now. Final answer, the 6x squared minus the 2x squared should be a positive 4x squared. As long as you're getting the final answer, that's what I'm looking for. So you just figure out what works best for you.